afternoon, everybody. Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did we solve this last time, this question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This was left or this was solved?
This was left.
Okay, fine. So we'll start with this then. You're given some kind of a grid system here. And there are 4 boxes which are left question mark. You have to find which of this will fit here. Which of these, and it has some symbols. Black fill triangle, open fill triangle, a square, a diamond shape. There are 4 symbols here. You have to find which one will fit in here. Any particular pattern you are able to find in these boxes which are where the symbols are given? Is there any? You have to first look for patterns here in these kind of questions. So are you able to find any kind of patterns here?
Ma'am, is the answer B?
No, let's just focus on the patterns first. Don't jump into the answer right now. Let's just focus on what pattern. So how did you arrive at this answer B, which you're answering?
Ma'am, in the first row, I've seen like from the right side, if we start, it's an empty triangle.
Okay.
Then it's like a diamond shape. Then it's a triangle. Then it is
right.
an inverted triangle. So I guess again an empty shaped triangle will come, and then a triangle and a diamond shape.
Okay, but if you look at the bottom row, the one which is below it, it has inverted empty triangle. It has a square. It has an inverted empty triangle. It is a square. So, and
Ma'am,
then
again
uske
inverted and
niche-
ma'am, in the second row again inverted empty triangle and then again a square.
Okay, so you are saying that these 2 rows are the clues, right? That's what you're saying.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So let's check with that kind of a thing. So if these 2 rows are the clue, this row is same. So this row, the row which is first, second, third. So if you look at the 4th row, we get similar kind of pattern, inverted triangle, empty, and then a square, which is happening here. And the 6th row also the same thing is happening. Now let's look at the odd rows. Empty triangle, the diamond, these 2 square triangles. ठीक है, चलो यहाँ पे this thing is becoming common. This thing is coming similar. It ends with this inverted triangle. It starts with some. I mean, the thing that you see here is an inverted empty triangle, which means that there might be some similar sequence happening below. Let's just assume that. Here it starts with with an empty upright triangle, which you can see here and here. So this same sequence which is happening in this row, we can assume it might be happening here also. Now, if I look at the fifth row, let's see if the same thing can be repeated. The same pattern we see here getting repeated here, this block. Let me just mark. So this block that we see here, this block that we see here, and this block that we see here, are they the same, right? They're all the same. और ये वाला जो part है, these 2 triangles are coming here in the same sequence, which means that the same pattern might be repeating if I place 2 new boxes on this side. There's a possibility. Similarly, if I place 3 boxes on this side, I might be getting the same sequence again. And sorry, not here, sorry, here. If I keep 3 new boxes on this side, there's a possibility that I might be getting similar sequence here. And so applies to box if I place 3 more boxes on this side. And this is something which is following this part, and this part. This is something which follows. The second row, the fourth row, and the sixth row has the same sequence of this 2 getting repeated. Everybody agrees with this?
Yes, ma'am.
So the correct option will be in that case. So if I say this, so yahan pe, yeah, yahan pe there will be this triangle. Yahan pe there will be this diamond. Here I get an inverted triangle. And here I get a square. This is filled. And others will be not filled. Okay, so yeah, and this will also be filled, sorry. Agree, everybody? So the correct option is option B. Did anybody else come across with any different pattern other than this? Okay, I have one more proposition to solve this. So I came across a different pattern. So I think Parishri answered this question. So I came across with a different pattern. I'm just clearing this, 1 second. So I came across, like Parishri was looking at rows, I was looking at columns, and I came across this as the pattern. Which gets repeated everywhere. That is something that I started with, that can be looked at like that. That's what my assumption was. But even this is something which you can work with. So either ways, you will arrive at this as the correct answer, option B. Any doubts? Is there anything else that you saw in this pattern other than what is discussed? Anybody can say anything if they have something to say or want to ask anything also. Okay, take it. Let's move ahead then. Not on similar lines, but another question which talks about sequence and the way patterns can be depicted in sequence. So you are given 3 patterns here. One is this cross, one is this vertical cross, and one is this angular wala cross. Here to find what will come here if this 1, 2, and 3 are in sequence. So what will be the 4th part? And these are your options. Any suggestion anybody wants to give on what is the rule of repetition, or what is the way in which or what is the rule which connects all these 3 together?
We are rotating 45 degrees clockwise.
Yes, we are rotating 45 degrees clockwise. Absolutely correct. So everything is rotating by 45 degrees in this direction. Subsequently, this will get rotated in this direction again. Now, the easiest thing that I found was, like, in order to find the question, was just to check this. Just look at these 4 boxes and you easily find the answers. That is how I looked at to find the correct answer. Instead of checking everything, I just looked at these 4 boxes. Naturally, they will be vertical. in this part, this box will become vertical with bottom two circles filled with black and top two circles are empty circles. So yahan pe in all these in all A, B, C or D, C is the only one. C is the only one with bottom two circles as black and top two circles as white. और कहीं पे ऐसा नहीं हो रहा है, यहाँ पे diagonal है. D is diagonals. B also has diagonal and यहाँ पे just two circles are missing. So I will go straight away with the option C here. Is this clear? I mean, you can, there is also this method ki you can literally draw the rotation, draw the whole diagram of rotation, but just to make your life easier and not to get confused with any of the options, I chose to look at it in look at it through this four blocks only, these four circles only. So you know, certain either some options will get eliminated by this part, or you will directly arrive at the correct answer, like we did in this particular case. So if you don't try to reconstruct the whole geometry in these kind of sequence based questions, if you want to make your task easier and quicker, the best thing to do is take just one part of the figure, like I did in this case. So I just took these four circles in this case, and I just checked the four circles across all the options, and then I say, okay, in the fourth option, the position of the four circles should be like this, on this side. Amongst the option, there is a possibility, like in this case, I directly arrived at the correct answer, but in case there are two such options, at least I would have eliminated two other options, which didn't had this condition, and then I would have just reconstructed geometry and find the whole find the correct answer at the end. This method will make your life easier, and you'll get more time to solve other questions, because these questions are very easy. Any doubts? Anybody wants to ask anything? Anybody wants to say here? Okay, ठीक. So there is a figure given here. There's this figure given here, and you have to guess what is it. So this figure, this diagram is an example of a palindrome, an ambigram, a wizendrome, or an inverdrome. Can
Palindrome.
no, it's not a palindrome. Can you quickly, very quickly, just type these words and search what they are? I don't know if I'm not sure if anybody would be knowing the meanings of it. The last two words, they are just there. So either it's a palindrome or an ambigram. The other two words, I am not aware whether they exist or not, but based on a preliminary search, I haven't come across these two words, inverdrome or an wizendrome. Palindrome and ambigram, they are words, and either of them is the correct answer. So I request you to, on your own, quickly do a Google search on what is a palindrome and what is an ambigram, and then let me know the answer here. Yes, Sanjana, you're correct. It's an ambigram. So this word is an ambigram, and ambigram is any kind of word or any kind of language written in a manner that when you rotate this 180 degrees, so if I rotate this 180 degree, I will be able to reconstruct the word palindrome the way I'm looking. So if I rotate this 180 degree, I will still be getting the same graphic what I'm looking right now. That is called an ambigram. Can anybody, like if anybody would have searched, has anybody searched what is a palindrome? Anybody knows what is a palindrome?
A word which reads like forward and backward the same.
Yes, exactly. So a church, a word like a church is a palindrome. Madam, M-A-D-A-M is a palindrome. Race car, R-A-C-E-C-A-R. Race car is also a palindrome. These are some examples of it. Another words which I wanted to ask you is, so there is something called an isogram. What I'll do is I'll just type in chat and then I will speak about it, right? So everybody gets it. You can save it, you can note it down wherever you want to. Isogram. So an isogram is a word in which no letter or an alphabet occurs more than one. So an isogram is a word in which no letter of the alphabets occur more than once. Okay, that's an isogram. Then there is something called pangram. P-A-N-G-R-A-M. I'm right now just giving you definitions of it. You may take your time outside this session and just note it down in your book. So outside this session, you can go through what these words are or what are the examples of these kind of words. So I'll just briefly right now speak about it, but please make sure that you go through it once. That works. Is it fine with everybody?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So a pangram is a phrase or a P-A-N-G-R-A-M. Pangram is a phrase or a sentence which contains all 26 letters of the alphabets that are there. We know what palindrome is. Ambigram is another word which you need to search for. There are other such words, but I don't think so they will be necessary. Just one second. There are also something called half palindromes. You can also look for such examples or reverse grams, which are similar to which are on similar lines of different types of palindromes. So just have a look at it. Then there are kangaroo words or marsu. Just let me search the word, the spelling, 1 second. Yeah, that's correct. Then there are something called kangaroo words or marsupial. Kangaroo words, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce marsupial, but kangaroo words are larger words or words which contain smaller words within itself. So encourage, E-N-C-O-U-R-A-G-E, encourage contains different words like age, rage, nor, courage, urge, core, etc. So words which contains different smaller words within itself, they are called kangaroo words or marsupial. Then there is also something called a lipogram. Somebody was saying something?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh?
I
Yes.
mean, those words which contain other words, can the letter be repeated?
Yeah, you can repeat it. Yeah, definitely it can be repeated. You can also change yeah, it can be repeated. There's nothing wrong in it. You can repeat n number of times as far as you are able to extract different things inside. Then yeah, sorry, then there is also something called a lipogram, which is a piece of work. It could be a book also, it could be an essay also, it could be anything which is written to avoid usage of one or more letters. So there is a piece of work by Vincent Wright by the name Gadsby, Gadsby. It contains about more than 50,000 words, and the whole work, I mean the whole book, not the book, but the whole article rather, or essay, is written in a manner that the letter E is not written, it doesn't come in any of the words, in any of the sentences that is used. That is called a lipogram. It's very intentional that way. Then there is also this. Has anybody come across this word, anagram, anywhere? ANAGRAM?
Jumbled words,
Yeah,
jumbled
they.
letters.
Yeah. So they are words or phrases that are formed by rearranging letters of another word or phrase. So, for instance, villainous, villainousness can be an anagram of an evil soul skin, like that. So villainousness can be an anagram of an evil soul skin. Just an example. Yeah, I think this is not, don't look at this, the last two sentences which are written are just an example of anagram. But do look at, in your time, whenever you get time, do look at these words: isogram, pangram, kangaroo words, lipogram, and anagram. Okay. And of course, palindrome and ambigram. You have seen example of what an ambigram is here. This is an ambigram. So if I rotate this 180 degree, I will see the same graphic. If I again rotate it, I will see the same graphic. And a palindrome is whether or not you read the letter, you read the word from left side or the right side, you get the same word again. Is that fine? Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Yeah. For solving this question, you need to draw the color wheel. Otherwise, without drawing the color wheel, you won't be able to solve this question. The color wheel, which has red, green, and blue as its primary colors, not the CMYK color wheel, but the RGB color wheel. What is given is, within this color wheel, as one goes from the color red, which is on top, to the color green, to the color blue, and then one returns back to the color red, which means one is doing an entire circle. One is starting from the color red, goes to the green, goes to the blue, and then comes back to the color red. You would have traversed from 0 degree, which is the color red, to 360 degree, which is again the color red. Because 0 and 360 degree are the same in a circle. But when you start from the color red to the color red, you will be rotating 360 degree. Within this degree, so that degree is called the U angle, HUE, U angle. So the color red the U angle of the color red is 0 degree and or 360 degrees, that way. HUE is the value of the equivalent pure color in any given given color scheme. So here the color wheel that you have is RGB, and the U value will vary from 0 to 360 degree, because 360 degree is the circle angle of the circle. So what you have to find is the U value of the color yellow. So has anybody found what will be the U value of the color yellow if red refers to 0 degrees or 360 degrees? Yes, Aneri, you're absolutely right. Anybody wants to say, who has come across the answer? You need to draw the color wheel in this kind of question. Yes, Priyanshi, you're correct. No, Josh, your answer is wrong. Okay, I'll just open the next diagram and then you will come to know. Is this a color wheel of RGB series? Red, green, and blue. Agree or disagree? Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
So the color yellow will lie at 60 degrees here. R, G, and B. You start with red, you arrive at green at 120 degrees, you arrive at blue at 240 degrees, and you arrive at red at 360 degrees. And the color yellow will be between red and green, which is here, which is 60 degrees. This is clear? That's why I said you need to draw the color wheel. So in this case, even you would have drawn red, green, and blue, then you'd be easily able to place where yellow, where pink, or where the cyan would be following. I mean magenta, and where the cyan will be following. Okay. Any questions, any doubt in this question? Anything anybody wants to say or ask?
And what is the answer?
60 degrees. 60 here. See, it's given yellow corresponds to 60 degrees here. Is this clear? Okay. So there's a secret code in which 3 is written as 1312. The number 4 is written as 1716. The number 5 is written as 2120. 6 becomes 2524. 7 becomes 2928. 8 becomes 3332. What will be the number 9 will become? Very much sequence based. Any sequence anybody is able to find?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, the number should be multiplied by 4.
Okay.
The digit of the 4-digit number should be like 3 into 4 it is 12 and plus 1 it is 14 to 3 1 3.
30. Okay. So 4 into 4 is 16 plus 1 is 17. 5 into 4 is 20 plus 1, 21. 6 into 4 is 24 plus 1, 25. 7 into 4 is 28 plus 1, 29. 8 into 4 is 32 plus 1, 33. 9 into 4 is 36 plus 1, 37. So 3736 is the correct answer here. There is also another relation.
Ma'am,
Yes.
yeah, ma'am, if we subtract the consecutive numbers, the answer would be 404.
Yes.
Then if we add 3332 by 4, add it with 404, then answer would be the same.
Yes, absolutely. I don't know, Parishi or who said that?
Ma'am, Priyanshi.
Priyanshi, sorry. Yeah. Thank you, Priyanshi. That's absolutely correct. There's also another relationship. 1312 plus 404 will be 1716. 1716 plus 404 will be 2120. 2120 plus 404 will be 2524. So every time you add 404, you arrive at the next number. That way also you can find the next what 9 will become. So 3332 plus 404 will also be 3736, which is the answer. Both ways you will arrive at the correct answer here in this case. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. So okay, anything anybody wants to say? Okay, thank you, Priyanshi. Okay, now I am not sure. We have solved these kind of questions of how a person moves when he goes north, takes right, goes another direction. We have solved these kind of questions earlier. Can anybody suggest?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Take it. I hope then this is fairly easy for you. So you're given this cycling path and you have to find the total kilometers that this person would have traveled in his destination. So let's start. So this person is cycling. Due to unexpected waterlogging, he is forced to take a detour to reach his home. He starts to cycle 5 kilometers towards north. So this person, this person travels 5 kilometers towards north. Then he takes then he turns right. So from the north, he turns right and goes 3 kilometers. So this is 3. Then he turns right again and goes 2 kilometers. After he goes right, he goes, and then, after going 2 kilometers in the right, then he turns left and goes 2 kilometers. From here, he turns left and again goes 2 kilometers. And then he turns right and goes 3 kilometers. Then finally turns towards the left and travels 8 kilometers to reach the destination. Then he turns left and then travels 8 kilometers to reach the destination, which is his home. This is his home. This is the starting point. So how many kilometers would have traveled to the destination if he has cycled on a straight path? Can anybody suggest how many kilometers would this person would have traveled if he would have cycled in a straight path?
13
13
kilometers.
kilometers.
8 plus 5, really. 8 plus 2 plus 3, 8 plus 5, 13 kilometers. That's correct. Fairly easy, right? Okay. ठीक है, चलो. Now this next question tells you that you are given this cube. There is a cube. Let's draw that cube first. So there is this cube, which is 10 by 10 by 10. So here within this cube, there are certain parts which are getting cut. So 2 by 2 by 2 squares are getting cut and along the opposite sides, and tunnels are getting created. So I will make a cut here. There will be another tunnel of 2 by 2 centimeters being made here. And then there will be another tunnel of 2 by 2 being made here. Now, since it's a tunnel, this will be going straight ahead. Sorry. Yeah. Am I drawing it correctly? Would this be the correct way of, merging? I mean, this is how all these cubes will be coming together. Am I drawing correctly? So the tunnel will be merging. What I'm saying is the tunnel will merge at this junction. The way the 2 by 2 by 2 wala cube will merge like this in the middle. Is that correct? So when I make a tunnel which flows along the opposite sides. So there's a tunnel from the x-axis, along the y-axis, and along the z-axis. This is how the inside of the tunnel will look like. Is this correct? Everybody agrees? Agreed? So what you have to find is the number of surfaces in the resulting object. Now, initially the cube alone would have 6 faces. Now, after this drilling of this tunnel have happened, how many surfaces will be there in this new cube, in this new block? Okay, one question which makes it very much easier for you to solve. There are 4 surfaces. So here, one second, let me draw and it will be easy for you. So there will be 4 surfaces like this, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This part, this one part. Are you able to see the blue thing which I have drawn here? This one part will have 4 surfaces. Everybody agree?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if this part would have 4 surfaces, how many more parts like these will be repeating? Each face of this cube will have this kind of one module getting attached to it. Everybody agrees to that?
Yes, ma'am.
जैसे for example, ये वाला एक face है. This one face of the cube is there. There is this block of 4 surfaces getting attached to this face. Likewise, there will be this 4 wala surface getting attached to this larger face of the cube. Agreed? Similarly, along this surface, there will be 4 more surfaces getting attached. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Barabar? Students?
Yes.
Similarly, like you're seeing here, the 3 surfaces, backside bhi aisa hoga. So 6 surfaces plus 6 total number of repetition into 4 surfaces. Have I written it correctly? ये 4 surfaces है, these 4 surfaces which are there, they get repeated 6 times. That's why I've written 6 by 4 here. And this 6 are these surfaces. This surface that you see here, those are the 6 surfaces. Everybody agrees? Question, doubt? Students? So correct answer will be 24, 6 into 4, 24 plus 6, which is 30. Anybody wants to say anything in this regards? Anybody wants to ask anything in this regards? Students, any doubts, any question you want to say or ask anything here, or this is confusing? Yeah, I'm not able to hear anything.
Ma'am, can you explain it again, please?
Okay, fine. ठीक है. So we start with the cube first, which is a 10 by 10 by 10 cube. When I drill, it's not a cube, but let's just assume this is a cube. Now, when I drill 2 by 2, so within this 10 by 10, I drill a 2 by 2 tunnel inside on all the on all the opposite faces which are there. So the vertical tunnel, this vertical tunnel will be going down till the bottom face. The side tunnel will be reaching till the opposite face. And what you see from the inside will be some kind of an intersection will be happening along all these 4 tunnels. Everybody, you agree with that? So this tunnel, when it goes on till the opposite side, when it goes till that side, which is here, when this tunnel goes till that side, this tunnel will be intersected by the top tunnel here, by the side tunnel, which is this. And then there will be some part of this which will be heating on the opposite side also, of course. This top tunnel will be going at the bottom. So at the end, what you see here will be this complex intersection with a smaller cube of 2 by 2 by 2 sitting in the middle. You agree with it? I don't know who asked, but there'll be a smaller 2 by 2 by 2 ka cube which will be sitting bang in the middle of this. Now, what happens is this cube that you are seeing here will be lost because that center part is taken away. So what you will be left behind is what I'm drawing in, not yellow. Let me just take this color here. So what you will be left behind is with this red color kind of complex surfaces getting developed on the inner side. Are you able to differentiate between the red and the pink, or it's too complex? It's difficult to read. I don't know who asked, but are you able to see it properly or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Yeah, thank you. So what you'll be left behind is this red colored thing, which you are seeing here, not the pink. Itna hi bachega. Now, if I take just one part of red, of whatever gets left behind. So if I'm taking, say for example, just this part, this color, yeah, this color. So if I'm taking this face, which has this four surfaces attached to it, you see this top box here, this yellow colored thing you see here, this top box. There will be one surface at the bottom and one surface at the top. There will be four surfaces like this getting attached to this, this surface, the surface which I just drew. There will be four surfaces getting attached to that surface on the inside, not on the outside. You agree with it?
Yes.
वैसा आपको ये साइड भी होगा, ये साइड भी होगा, पीछे भी होगा, पीछे की तीन सरफेस पे भी होगा. So every face, this is one face of the cube. Every face of the cube will have four surfaces getting attached to it because of that tunnel. So 6 surfaces of the cube which are existing plus 4 surfaces each on the inside of the cube attaching to its 6 faces. Is this fine? You understood? I don't know who asked. I'm not able to see. This is the surface of the cube. This is the total surface of the cube, which is 6. This is the 4 surfaces which are on the inside, which are cut on the inside of the cube. They won't be seen outside, but those 4 surfaces which are seen on the inside of the cube and which gets attached on the 6 surfaces. That's why 4 into 6, which is 24. So there will be 24 surfaces on the inside of the cube, and outside of the cube you see 6 surfaces. So 24 plus 6 is 30 that way. Are you clear now? I don't know who asked. Is it clear, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So you're given this kind of complex figure, and what you have to find is the area of the shaded portion. Any suggestions how we find the area of the shaded portion?
It would be the area of the equilateral triangle.
Yes, that's correct. It will be the area of the equilateral triangle. Now, which equilateral triangle? Who said this? What's this? Can anybody tell me who said this? Yes. Okay. Thank you, Aneri. So this, what I'm drawing right now, we will be taking the area of this equilateral triangle. Does anybody wants to contest as to why the area of this equilateral triangle and the shaded portion will be same or not? Anybody wants to give their views on that? Will the area of this equilateral triangle be same as the area of the shaded portion? Everybody agrees?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that's correct. Why? Because this part which is getting cut here, the similar equivalent area can be seen here. That's why, because of that, plus addition and subtraction gets equated because of this geometry. Now, can anybody quickly let me know what is the area of an equilateral triangle? The formula? Okay, ठीक है, चलो, write it here. √3 upon 4 into S or the side square. ऐसा होता है? This is the formula of the area of the equilateral triangle.
Yes.
ठीक है. So S is the side. इसका side क्या है? What is the side of this equilateral triangle? What is the length of this side?
6 centimeters.
6 centimeters. You have everything in the formula. You add it and you get the answer. We are not solving it, but just remember this. Let's move to the next one then. So here you're given this situation that there's this ball which starts rolling from the top. It travels almost a distance of 1 meter. This is 1 meter in height. This is 0.7 in width. And there's a point P. There's this length which it travels, the hypotenuse length it travels. Then there is this bowl kind of thing. There's this curvature. Then there is an inverted curvature, which means that it may or may not, jump over and reach the point Q, and whether or not it will roll R, and then whether or not it will reach the position R, and then keep on rolling like what is suggested in the position C. As this ball sets into motion, you have to guess at what position will the ball stop, or will the ball continue moving in motion from the position C. You're given these options. The ball will rest at point P, which is this. The ball will come to rest at point Q, which is this. The ball will come to rest at point R. So after jumping over this bund which is there, it will come to point Q, and then it may jump here and then it will stop at point R slowly. Or it will keep on rolling ahead, like you see in the position S that is given, that the ball doesn't stop, so G just keeps on rolling ahead. Let's discuss, chalo. First question, will the ball move over this bund? Will the ball, when it comes down and it moves over the bund, will it jump over, or will it not jump over? So what I'm asking is, are the position Q, R, and S possible or not? First thing. Look at the nature of the curvature. It comes down. There's a small bowl kind of thing getting formed, which is coming out. So there's a slightly coming out, and then it takes a curve here. So this thing, it comes slightly out and then it takes a curve here. I don't want to write it, but will it pass? Will it jump or will it not jump?
It will not jump.
Sorry, I didn't hear.
I mean, it won't jump.
It won't jump. Okay. Anybody wants to contest this opinion that it won't jump? And what it also means is the option A is correct, where the ball will come to rest at P. That's what somebody is suggesting. Does anybody wants to give their opinion besides this?
Will it rest at R?
At R, okay. Another opinion that it will jump and it will rest at R. Okay.
Ma'am, I think it would be D option, because if the ball is jumping, then the ball will tend to means in continuous only.
Okay. So you're saying because the floor has very less friction, it will keep on continuing on the path S. That's what somebody
Yes.
else is saying. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else?
It will rest at P.
It will rest at P. Okay. Take care. We have 2 votes for position P now. 1 vote for position R, 1 vote for position S, and no votes for position Q. Anybody else?
It will rest at P.
Ma'am, it will continue at S.
Okay, 3 votes for P and 2 votes for S now. Okay, so if you look at the height, this, 1 second. You see this height, 0.2, and this width is 0.14. So iska total width of the curvature would approximately be 0.28. बराबर बोला मैंने? The
Yes.
width is larger, the height is less. 0.28 will be the larger width. The height is less, which is 0.2. So what happens in that case? The ball rolls. Because this curvature, because this width is bigger comparatively, the height is also more, which is 0.2 equivalent, which it is difficult for, and also this curvature, the way it is tending, this curvature, the way it is tending, it moves out and then it takes a curve. So because of this curvature, there's a possibility that even if there is enough inertia left in that ball, there's a possibility that the ball might just roll over, come back in this direction. There's a possibility. Why? Because this curve slightly goes out and very slightly it goes out and then it takes a bend. And that's why the position P is the correct answer, which is option A. Even if there was friction, it will be positive. Even if there was no friction. So if this was given that there is no friction, so be because of this curvature I'm saying, and that's why I pointed that out first. Because of this curvature, the ball will slightly tend to move inside itself. And then it might just, dwindle. So it might go about this motion and then come back again. So it might just dwindle around in that bowl and then it will stay there at position B when it rests. So the correct answer is option A here.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, but with the speed with which it will come down, won't it jump over that part?
That's what I'm saying. No, it is, look at this curvature. That's why I'm saying there's you can very minutely look at it. Let me just remove all this. What I was suggesting you to look at is, look at this curvature. So it goes out and then it comes in. I'm exaggerating this drawing, but there's slight tendency that, the upper curvature is more and then the inner curvature is slightly going in. That's where it it comes here, it bounces back. It is a possibility that there's more chances that it will bounce back, come down again. Even if it is in a higher force, if it has more, it has more force, it comes even more forcefully, it will still has a tendency to roll back here. It goes in the air and then maybe it falls down again.
So ma'am, even in the slightest like of a dent, it will roll back.
No, I'm saying if this mound which is seen here, if it was given like that, niche, thoda aur niche hota, and then it would have continued in a manner ke, 1 second. Yeah. So I'm saying if this yahan se leke wo, if this curvature won't be happening, ये जो अभी हो रहा है ना ऐसा थोड़ा टेंट
Yes, ma'am,
करके,
that's what I'm saying. If the there is even a little bit of curvature, then it will
also
bounce back.
it will bounce back. Why? Because वो आपको push दे रहा है. It is pushing you, no? So this is slightly pushing you inside. So naturally वो push होके it might come here and then again it rolls down and then again it keeps on doing that. So if this thing would have come over and then it would have allowed, so पूरा circle, ये जो नीचे वाला part है वो semi circle नहीं होता, it would have been half circle, और फिर that bund would be happening. So this bottom circle, it won't be a complete circle, but it will be a half circle. I mean smaller than a semicircle, sorry. Then it will jump off. Semicircle se thoda chota hota, then there's a possibility that it would jump off. That's why I said यहाँ से अगर वो ये position दिया होता तो possibility है कि we would have thought कि R possible है, R or S possible है in that case. But because of this height, because of that curvature, the way it is, that's where it stays at position P. Anybody wants to contest? Anybody wants to say on this or present a perspective on this?
No, it's clear.
Because what happens is, even if there's slight curvature, it is giving some direction, right? So chota curvature bhi direction de raha hai. That's why it goes back. Okay. This is geometry based question. Okay. There's some data which is missing here. Sorry. Yeah, so what is given is QR is 1. This is 4. This is 4. ST, ST, which is this vertical height, is 4 also. This is also 4. Yeah, that's all you need. And this is also 4, obviously. What you have to find is there's this ant which starts from point. There's an ant which digs a tunnel from point P to C and then moves till S. Where to find the length that this ant would have traversed? Very easy, straightforward Pythagoras theorem. So we start with finding, we know ST, we know TR also, which is 3. We can find the distance SR. Is it possible, students? You can find SR?
Yes.
Pythagoras theorem से 3, 4 and SR का क्या होगा? Value 5 होगा? 5. SR is 5. QR you know is 1, 5 plus 1. Q and C, this is almost this is the midpoint also. Q is the midpoint. So ये 2 होगा, This is fine, students? Students? Because T is the midpoint between in AD, Q will be the midpoint between BC, that's correct. So ये 2 होगा. Abhi CP, how will I find CP distance? Pythagoras system again I will go. So what I will do is, a second. Yeah. Use okay, chalo. Any suggestions on how we solve this?
Ma'am, we can divide the cube into 2 cuboids and then solve.
We can divide what?
Ma'am, we can divide the cube into 2 cuboids and then find the diagonals inside the
2 cuboids and find the diagonals. Okay, okay. कर सकते हैं. You get a, yeah. I have drawn a triangle at the bottom. अगर आप वो triangle लेते हो, तो तो what you will find?
PC dash.
हाँ, so you know this PB dash is 2. You know C dash P. C dash P मिल जाएगा. अगर ये 2 है, ये 4 है, तो you get C dash P. Pythagoras theorem से. Once you know C dash P, you also know this distance, which is 4. And what you have to find is this diagonal, CP. That's all. Are you getting what I'm trying to say here, students? How you get the distance PC? I mean CP.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
ठीक है, आप solve कर दोगे इसको आगे फिर?
Yes, ma'am.
It's fairly easy. It's Pythagoras theorem only. So I got the base right angle triangle. I get the hypotenuse. That hypotenuse is one side of this 3-dimensional right angle triangle, which is C dash P. C dash and P. So that way I find CP very easily. Okay, is this clear? Students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. These kind of questions, break it like we did, like we have so done this earlier, break it into smaller parts. Easiest thing. Break the geometry. This is, there's no solving required for this, but let's logically try thinking about this question. A kitchen platform needs to be constructed for an Indian home. Which option should be determined which option should be considered to determine the height of the platform? Will I take the height of the 5% of the tallest adult Indian male population? Height of the tallest 5% adult Indian female population? Height of the tallest 50% adult Indian female population? Or the average height of the adult male and the female population? Just think about it logically and answer. Okay, does everybody agree that the option A and B are incorrect?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, because if we take the tallest 5% male or female, it will be catering to, that height will be catering to the only 5% of the highest, of the tallest male female. The average heighted male or average heighted female will be left out of the group, which may occupy a larger position in terms of the population, which may have a higher number in terms of the population. Then I question whether or not should I take C or D. What do you think? What should be the case?
D.
D or C? Which one?
C.
D.
C.
Why should I go for C? Any logical conclusion for going with C?
Ma'am, because basically female have to work on the kitchen.
Not necessary. I'm sorry. That's a very wrong conception which the patriarchal society tells us. I'm sorry, but that is a very wrong conception. Which it's not the case that it's only that the kitchen is the place where the female works. No, even male works in the kitchen. There are chefs who work in place. There are also male who works in the house. So if you are with that conception, that is a wrong, very, very wrong conception, which is a part of the patriarchal society. It's not your fault. So in this case, I agree with what half of you have said. It is the average height of the both Indian male and female needs to be considered. Because the kitchen, it's a wrong perception to consider female to be working in the kitchen alone. A male and a female both can be considered to be working in a household. And nowadays the society is changing, and it's thankfully it is taking this new approach of equality that way. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm extending this, but I think after this, let's just do this and then we'll end this session. Let's just solve this quickly and we'll end the session here. Yeah. So so this kind of thing is written in a rear view mirror in an automobile vehicle, that objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. Objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. Does it appear in all of your vehicles, or your father's vehicle or your mother's vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
है ना? Two-wheeler, four-wheeler, सब में ऐसा आता है. Objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. Which of the options are correct implication of this warning? The mirror is magnifying objects to make them appear larger. The mirror is showing objects smaller than their actual size. The mirror is showing objects the same size as they appear. The mirror is showing a wider view of the area.
D and D.
Wider view.
One option, two option, or three option. Okay, it's B and D here. Why it won't, in the option A, it is given the mirror is magnifying object to make them appear larger. No, when a rear view mirror magnifies object to make them appear larger, the issue with that kind of mirror is, and looking in the mirror in the rear view, is that you get a very narrow perspective. You get a very small, you get your vision, your cone of vision, not the cone of vision, but your vision gets reduced to that one object which is getting magnified, which is where the rear view mirror's purpose gets lost. In the second option, if the objects are shown as smaller than their actual size, which means it is able to cover a wider area. If the objects are small, which means a larger area which is outside, a larger area, a wider area can be is possible to get seen in the rear view mirror. Now, even if the objects are appearing as the same size as they appear, what happens is the purpose of the mirror to show a vast expanse, to show a bigger expanse is lost, because it shows the actual size, which is very big compared to if it was showing a smaller size, slightly smaller side objects with a wider view. That's why the option B and D are correct in this case. In case of A and C, the purpose of the rear view mirror is lost because the object itself will be taking up a larger area, and whatever you want to see of the side or what is happening adjacent to that object, it's difficult to see. That's where A and C are incorrect, and the correct option is B and D here. Anything anybody wants to ask here? Okay, fine. ठीक है. We'll stop this session here. Thank you so much. Any doubts, any queries, any questions, anything you want to say, you're welcome here to talk about. Otherwise, we are closing this session. Thank you.